What if we made a pact with the people around us and said, you take responsibility for how you feel and so will I? What a difference that would make to the world. I'm not saying we wouldn't have empathy for what other people are going through. We just simply recognize that when it comes to how we're feeling, we'd say the buck stops here with me. Enough of this guessing game. You know those times when I'm angry and I won't tell you why, expecting you to read my mind and make it all better when you have no idea of what I want, nor do I know what I want. How about I just do my thing and let you do yours and take the responsibility for how I feel completely off your shoulders? What a relief that would be. Then when we bump up against each other, we could calmly and simply work it out and say, hey, you did something that wasn't very nice, but since I'm responsible for how I feel, I'm just going to sit myself down and figure out why what you did bothered me. And then instead of expecting you to change, I'm just going to move past it, forgive and forget, let it go, move forward. Of course, the flip side of that arrangement is that you're responsible for the way you feel too. I'll be as kind and considerate as I can because I love you, but no more walking on eggshells or bending over backwards. I can't do it, and I won't expect you to anymore. We could start a revolution, you and I, but instead of rebelling against the demands made by other people, how about we rebel against playing the guessing game, period? Because the only thing I can truly know is myself. Everything else, including making you happy, is just guesswork. Like those times when we're going along, minding our own business, and then out of nowhere, someone loses their cool over something silly, and we find ourselves taking responsibility for what happened and beating ourselves up and saying, what did I do? When likely it had absolutely nothing to do with us. Likely that person was just a time bomb of repressed anger waiting to blow, and we just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. I think people are like complexes in an industrial park. You know, the ones that cover acres of land, distribution centers, and manufacturing hubs with trucks coming and going and everyone doing a million tasks. Even the people that are closest to us, who we think we know the best, most of what they do and who they are mysteries to us because we weren't there to witness what went on. And even if we did, we're not inside their heads. We have enough going on in ours. So if we're all like enormous industrial buildings, the most anybody would be privileged to see inside is the front office. They have no idea what's going on behind the scenes. No idea at all. So how do we change it up and change the rules? We start by defining what happiness means to each of us individually. Because if you take everyone else out of the equation, you might be surprised by what rings your bells and fills you with glee. Years ago, someone gave my daycare kids chocolate eggs. You know, the ones with the tiny toy puzzles inside? The look of delight that came over the kids' faces when they saw the surprises was worth $1,000,000. Maybe happiness is simply appreciating the little things and isn't about responsibility at all. Yours, mine, or anybody's.